My name is Penny Hauer. I'm from Indiana. And right now, I am in the process of trying to assist in flipping a house. Prior to that, I had not been able to work in the last few years. Before Root Cause Revolution, life was not great or easy. I had a hard time being able to stand up and walk around. I had severe POTS and severe vertigo symptoms that made everyday tasks challenges. I spent a lot of time on the couch, unfortunately, horizontal, thinking that would be helpful, but it was very difficult. It didn't feel like I was in my own body. Know. When I was couch ridden or bedridden, you feel pretty hopeless. You wonder, why is this happening to me? You've done a ton of research on your own and you're not finding the answers. And your normal doctors are kind of baffled too, but it feels pretty hopeless because you see everybody else around you living life normally. And you're just like, why can't I get my body to start working normally again? Honestly, confusion and baffled. It's not as though anybody did not believe me, but they ran all of the normal conventional tests. I've had every sort of heart test and MRI to make sure I didn't have a brain tumor, but nobody could think of any reasons why. Then they try to give you medications to manage symptoms. Like if they think, oh, you're getting panic attacks, here's a SSRI to try, and I tried that for a couple of days, but honestly, it just made everything worse. And I'm not a huge pill popper sort of person, anyways. They're just left to help you deal with the symptoms, go to physical therapy, just different things like that. But nobody's actually was able to ever think of or find answers as to what's actually causing everything to then know how to help you get better. I joined Root Cause Revolution because Dr. Tricia Thompson popped up in my Facebook feed. I do a lot of looking into natural health remedies and things like that. So I clicked on her information and checked out her background and where she came from. I loved the fact that she was a conventional doctor in that world for a very long time. She had that full set of training and then dove into the functional integrative part of it to truly try and help people get better. That was a key part of it for me. She's like, hey, I figured this stuff out and I want to help people get better. And that's what I want to do with my life now. If this is her specialty and her wheelhouse, then I got to give this a try. Results that I've experienced in this program have been a huge increase in energy, even just being able to stay awake all day long before I would have to rest and try and sleep every single afternoon. I felt like I was dragging all day long. So I've had more energy than I've had in the last few years. My POT symptoms currently are significantly less. And my vertigo, they're not completely eliminated at this point, but that's due to some extra exposures that I've had. So I'll still keep working through that. But they're significantly less. And so I'm just very pleased. As far as becoming aware what some of these mold exposures, like I didn't realize I was a mold sensitive person. And so I had no idea what that actually meant and how it affects, the glands in the brains and it not working correctly and how it affects everything downstream in the body. I didn't realize how critically important some of these exposures are to people who are more sensitive. Historically, we're taught to, at least in my world or the culture that I come from, suck it up. You take an antihistamine if something's flaring your head up. And so that's what you do for years. You suck it up and you push through it to the point where everything kind of collapses. And nobody so far had been able to help me put myself back together. And I feel like I got a lot of education and missing pieces of the puzzle as far as what is going on, why are things not working properly. So I feel like Dr. Tricia Thompson's educational aspect helped tie all the pieces together. It makes you realize how important this stuff is to address. If you have exposures, they're not going to go away. You're not going to get better. We actually have to tackle the problem. We can't just be aware of the problem now, but we actually have to tackle it and we have to get the junk out of the body. Those different pieces are what I learned that's been very helpful, I think, in starting to turn things around for me. Other things that have changed for me as being able to be on my feet more, being able to cook healthy meals, go out more on the weekends, have more energy to do that, participate in life again with my husband. So going out for dinner on a Friday or a Saturday night. I feel like I'm just starting to get back into the swing of a normal life again. That's just amazing. I would say it's definitely worth it to join the program. I think it's different for each of us as far as how quickly things can work and how long our exposures have been, and even what some of our genetic makeup is as far as different obstacles we have to overcome. But it's definitely worth it because if I had not done this program, I still would be laying on the couch. I feel like I've reclaimed my independence and my ability to be successful in life and take care of myself, that is huge because when you're in the state of having to lay on the couch all day or sitting in a chair all day and you feel so hopeless, it makes you feel like you're not even your normal self. When things started sliding downhill with the health, it's like you lost your normal self. And so I feel like I can do this. If I get all the way better, maybe I can do another flip home. When I get all the way better, then I can do a different flip home at a different pace, or I could go back into the mortgage industry if I wanted, or I could find a brand new career altogether. But I feel like I have my independence and self worth and am getting my life back.